Today we're going to do a quick tutorial about how to do the fourth and final activity on your maps page in OneNote. So I'm going to give you a quick tour of Miss Crook's science room. We're going to use her room as an example for this activity. You can use a space of your own, or you can use the measurements I take while I'm in Miss Crook's room. So we will eventually measure the room, but I do also just want to show you what it looks like, because part of this mapping activity is also creating what we call a floor plan. If you don't know what a floor plan is, there was an example posted in the OneNote activity directions. And there's a Miss Crooks if you want to put her on your map too. Make sure you include her in the key though if you do draw a symbol for her. This is going to be some directions for how to use the measuring app on your iPad. Every iPad has this app. You should just search measure in your search bar. When you open it, it's going to give you some directions about moving. You'll find a point until you get that little circle, then you'll move it down the line until you have a stopping point and you'll press the little plus, and then you have your distance. You have now measured the space. Okay, so we've looked at the layout of Miss Crook's room and we have measured the space with the app on our iPad. You of course can also use a meter stick or a ruler if you have one. We are going to do some rough estimates though. We're not going to worry about the exact inches. So let's go ahead and create our mapping space. You can do this on a piece of paper. It is going to be helpful if you have graph paper. Or we can actually just use OneNote and have some graph paper right here on our iPad. So I am going to click that little plus page button in the left-hand corner and create a new page in my in-class activities section. And I'm going to title it because every map needs a title. So this map is a map of Miss Crook's room. So we're going to title it Miss Crook's classroom. Then, just to help myself out mentally before I do anything else, I am going to put down my measurements. So I found out that her doorway was about 5 feet across. Her front wall of her classroom was about 45 feet long. Then the back wall with the windows was about 23 feet. Then the wall where she has her American flag was about 37 feet. The wall where she has her periodic table is about 18 feet. And then last but not least, her front hallway is about 8 feet long. So those are my measurements that I'm going to work with. Let's go ahead now and create our page that we can actually draw on. In order to take this basic OneNote page and make it into graph paper, we need to click the View tab, and then we need to click Paper Style. There are going to be 3 different types of grid lines. It really doesn't matter what size of grid you use because we'll be able to zoom in and out as we need to. I'm going to go ahead and just click the smallest one to make my life easier. Thinking about how big Miss Crook's classroom is, I want to make a scale that is going to be easy to work with. Now the easiest of course is going to be that 1 box equals 1 foot, but that's a lot of boxes to count. So we can also say that 1 box equals 2 feet or 1 box equals 3 feet. It just depends on how much math that you want to do mentally or on the side of your map. Like I said, it is totally okay if you just decide that your scale is 1 box equals 1 foot. So let's go ahead and create our scale and do some conversions. I'm going to have you pause here and do that work, and then we'll jump back into the rest of the tutorial. So I went ahead and I did my math. I decided that my scale would be 1 box equals 2 feet of space in the real world, just so that I was not having to make a huge drawing on my iPad. Now to help my thinking, and you don't have to do this, but I want to just do like a little sketch of the general shape of Miss Crook's room, just so that I have that reference in my brain. So Miss Crook's room is not a perfect square, since it has that little hallway that leads to the lab prep room. So when I'm drawing my actual map, my final version, it will look like a slightly bigger version of this. Now, I can use the pen tool, which is what I just used for my sketch, or I can use this shape tool in the corner to draw exact lines. And all I'm going to do to create the map now is either use that pen tool or use the shape tool, and I'm going to count out my boxes. So I can see here that I will need 2.5 boxes for just the width of her doorway. Let's check to make sure I have enough space on either side. I'm going to scroll over a little bit just to make sure I don't run out of space. Then I'm going to grab my pen tool. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more so I can count the boxes easily. And I'm going to draw 2.5 boxes for her front classroom door. Now the next one is a lot more boxes. I need 22.5. You can see I didn't pull down the key all the way. It should be 22.5. So I'm going to have to count 22.5 boxes down to do this wall of Miss Crook's classroom. So I'm going to go ahead and pause here. You can take the numbers and start doing your own drawing. I'll come back to this tutorial after I have the borders of Miss Crook's classroom. All right, we're back. I've drawn the borders of Miss Crook's classroom. You'll see I have some marks here where I just used my highlighter as I was counting to help remind myself how many boxes I had counted. So let's go ahead and zoom in and erase those. Your map does not have to be perfect. You'll see that I don't have perfectly half of a box. Some of my lines are not perfectly lined up. That's all okay. This is just practice so that we know how to make maps of our own. So the next step is to create a floor plan. And a floor plan is like looking down on a space from above. This is where we're going to need to use different colors. You can use the pen or the highlighter tools. And at any point, if you need to change the color, which tip, you will need to change the color because different parts of the classroom and different features of the classroom should be marked by different colors or symbols. You're just going to click that pen tool, click the down arrow, and you have some preloaded ink colors, or you can click more. You can also change the thickness of your pen at any point if you need it. Now, the important thing to remember when we're drawing in features of the classroom, it also needs to be to scale. Now, let's say you are doing your bedroom, you're doing your family room, or maybe you're doing Miss Crook's room. That's a lot of things to measure, so I'm okay if we do some guesstimations, so estimations that we are purely guessing about. Just make sure it's reasonable, and make sure that if you are, for example, drawing a desk in Miss Crook's classroom, that desk isn't 3 boxes wide, because that would be 6 feet, and none of our student desks are 6 feet wide. So I'm going to show you one example of how I'm going to draw some features in Miss Crook's classroom. I'm going to take my pen tool, and I'm going to take a light blue color, and I'm going to mark her windows. So the windows of Miss Crook's classroom are centered in the back, and they probably take up 1/3 of the back wall. So I know that the back wall on my map is about 12 boxes across, so 1/3 of that is going to be about 4 boxes. So let me zoom in, take my pen tool, 1, 2, 3, 4. And since the windows don't really take up space in the classroom, I don't need to make them any wider. Then I'm going to mark Miss Crook's door. The door itself is just about as wide as the doorway, so I don't really have to measure that one so much as just draw my line in. So then I would remember that I need to create my key, and on the key I would say light blue lines are entries and exits of the classroom. Even though we don't leave through the window, if we absolutely had to, technically it's an exit. So also with that in mind, I almost forgot that there is a doorway to the lab prep room. So I'll need to add that too here on this side of the hallway. So you're just gonna do this with each of the major pieces of furniture in the room. Now, if you're doing Miss Crook's classroom, earlier in the video, I did the little walkthrough video. So I would pause and look at that and decide what features you want to include. So things like the lab tables in the back of the classroom, Miss Crook's desk, where her bulletin boards are, and then also the student desks. The student desks, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So Ms. Crooks has 18 student desks, just to give you a reference. So I'm going to pause here again, and I'll come back at the very end and show you my finished map. Okay, so this is my finished map. As you can see, I have my title, Ms. Crooks Classroom. I have my scale. I have my key. And then I have my map down below that is drawn to scale with all of the features drawn inside of it. You'll notice, again, it's not perfect. Your map also does not have to be perfect. If you have any other questions, please take this time to ask now.